Luke Wright, first of all, reflections on a pretty tough 4 days.
Yeah, it has. It was tough 4 days, but 4 days I was really chuffed with the guys. I think going into the game and season we wanted relentless cricket, and I thought that's exactly the way we did with bat, ball and field. Especially the way we batted is something we've not scored enough big runs, and to see the guys go and get big hundreds was exactly what we're looking for, and gave us a real chance. We knew it was always going to be difficult. That pitch was always seeming to get more lifeless as the game went on, really, rather than start to turn and go up and down. It held together well and didn't really turn. But I just thought with the ball as well, the lads kept flying in, trying everything we could, but it wasn't to be. And credit obviously to Glamorgan there for holding on tight.
Let's go back to the first morning. You made a very attacking selection going in with 5 bowlers. What was the thinking behind that, Luke?
Well, I think it's time to move in terms of the league, really. We've got to take 20 wickets, and it's been hard to do, especially with the new toss. So it was really a decision that we wanted to give the league a go, and obviously that's what we want to do. Biro's been bowling really well in the second team and hasn't had a chance for a long time. So we wanted to try and get him in as much as we could. We obviously thought the pitch was going to get more turning as the game went on, which wasn't probably to be, but I think it was the right side, and obviously when you do that you want your lads, your top 6 to stand up and get big runs, and that's exactly what happened.
We'll talk about that top 6 in a minute. Let's talk about the bowling as well. Stu Whittingham, I mean, he's bowled 4 wickets in the first innings. He bowled his heart out today.
Yeah, I mean, we've been looking to produce cricketers, as we've said at the start of the year, obviously with Garton and now Stu, and I thought he was absolutely outstanding. I mean, not just a first-class bowler, he's someone to look for England if he keeps going like that. But the nice thing with him, he's learned so fast. I mean, game on game, he's got better and better. When he first started the season, I think one of the things he found hard was managing his overs. But he's managed himself well, and the more he's bowled, he's got stronger. And he's doing everything in terms of recovery right, and he kept coming there. And to bowl the way he did and swing it, he was unlucky not to get some more wickets. But I've been super impressed. I mean, it was my first sort of chance to really look at him up close, and I couldn't be more happy with him as a young bowler. Very exciting.
That's high praise, Luke. You think he's that good?
Very good. I mean, watching him there, he bowled fast and he swung it. I don't think anyone would have wanted to face him, and obviously Ross Taylor had one of the best seats at first slip, and he was saying how impressed he was with him. I don't think you couldn't not be impressed with the way he's bowled. And as I said, the one thing he probably needed to be able to do was bowl more overs. He's found it hard with cramps, etc. in the early games, but he's got stronger and fitter. And yeah, he looks a serious find, and he's a lovely lad. He's obviously he's going to keep working hard and keep his feet grounded, but he's definitely something that we need to produce at this club, as we've said many a time. But if we can get more like him, I'll be very happy.
Hundreds from Ed Joyce and Luke Wells. We've always got used to that this season, but 100 from Ben Brown as well. How pleased were you for Ben?
Yeah, he was. I think, like anything, he's been desperate for it. We know the amount of effort he put in, obviously, as captain when I wasn't here. And yeah, I'm really chuffed for him. I think it shows, obviously, it's nice as for the guys who weren't playing in the 2020 to bring that energy, and all the guys who didn't basically play in that got runs, and the ones who did struggle a little bit. But that's exactly what you want for the guys who come in fresh for those games. Fresh minds always obviously helps, but I'm pleased with Brownie. He's been hitting well and not getting the scores he wanted. So to get another batter off and running, scoring runs, we've got a lot of lads in really good form now for this back end of the season.
And is that good, Luke? Ben Brown comes in, he's putting pressure on those that are in the limited overside.
Well, that's all, I've said it all season. I want to have headaches. It wants to be hard to drop people. I've said it. I think in previous years that's one of our sort of failings. Really, we haven't had enough people scoring runs. So obviously Kachopa's got the chance now in 2020, but he obviously knows he's got Ben Brown wanting to get back in. He's not just going to give it up that easily, but it's his chance at the moment. But the more people that can do that, the better.
Let's look ahead. Quick turnaround down to Cardiff on Thursday night. What are your thoughts looking ahead to that game?
Well, it's a big game. Every game's a big game now. I think the league's so tight looking at it. I mean, pretty much everyone can still qualify. These have played really well. They've played good cricket all year. Obviously, they're above us, and we've still got them to play twice. So it's a really big game. If we can pick up a scalp, then it gives us a great chance moving on forward. But it's going to be tough. We're going to have to play our best stuff like we did the other night. But it's a game to look forward to.
And does today's match, or the last 4 days, have any bearing at all on Thursday night?
I think it's been hard fought, hasn't it? If we'd have gone and won today, maybe a bit of an upper hand. But I think it's like anything. When you go back into a limited overs format that you're playing well in, we know it, you already feel confident. They know what they're doing. That's why they're winning a lot of games. They've obviously got a good formula. So it's going to be a tough game, but one I'm looking forward to.
I don't know if you're going to get much sleep tomorrow night in Cardiff tomorrow night. It could be a bit rowdy down there with the football going. I wonder if you had any sort of closet Welshman in the dressing room for the T20.
Well, Salty's obviously pretty keen. Well, he tries to make it. I've never known him to be Welsh until this last few weeks. But yeah, it'd be quite nice if a few of the Glamorgan boys are going out and winning, especially if Wales win. It'd be quite nice if they enjoy it a bit too much. Give us an upper hand on Friday. But no, it'd be good. We're looking forward to watching that game and then getting ready for our own one.